Good day, learners! Are you ready to have fun with math? How do you feel today? I hope you are all okay. I am your teacher Anne, and let's make learning more fun. Before we start, here are some reminders to keep in mind. Number 1, stay alert and focus to the video lesson. Number 2, prepare your pen and paper for your answer sheets. Number 3, sit back and relax as you enjoy our learning for today.
Good day, learners! I am glad that you are joining me today. Stay with me until the end of the discussion. Go to a comfortable place with your papers or notebook, your pen or pencil. Take note of the important things to remember. Get your compendium or learner's material in Mathematics 9 and let us study together. Our lesson for today is about the conditions that make a quadrilateral a parallelogram. This is the first topic for the third quarter. Let's start! Quadrilaterals can be categorized by the special characteristic and relationship of their sides, diagonals, and angles. One kind of a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides parallel. Let's recall parallel lines. Parallel lines are lines in a plane which do not meet. Meaning, that is the two straight lines in a plane that do not intersect at any point that are said to be parallel. The given figure shows us parallelogram ABCD, which as AB is parallel to CD and AD is parallel to BC. Also, AD is equal to BC and AB is equal to CD. Did you get the idea? Very good. The definition and theorems of parallelogram are ways in determining whether a given quadrilateral is a parallelogram or not. The following definition and theorems are the conditions that will prove that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Let's start with the sides. The first condition is, if two sets of opposites of sides of a quadrilateral are parallel, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. As you can see, it has marks where the parallel lines are shown, meaning those lines will never meet at any point. As you can see, in the given figure, this side is parallel to this side, and this side is also parallel to this side. That's why the given figure is a parallelogram. The second condition in terms of side is, if both pairs of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are congruent, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. When we say congruent, it means equal. The opposite sides of a parallelogram have the same measure. As shown in the figure, there are marks where congruent sides are shown. This is the side that is equal to this side. They have two marks. And this is the side that is congruent to this side. It has only one mark. Got it? Very good. I hope you're still with me. Let us proceed to the conditions that will prove that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram in terms of diagonals. The first condition is, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Meaning, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral is divided into two equal parts, the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. As shown in the figure, the diagonals bisect each other as proved by the marks. Therefore, that is a parallelogram. This is the sides or the diagonals of the parallelogram, the blue one and the pink one. And as you can see, they bisect each other. This side is congruent to this side, and this side is congruent to this side, meaning they bisect each other. The second condition in terms of diagonals is, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral forms two congruent triangles, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. As shown in the figures, the diagonals form two congruent triangles. Therefore, the figures are parallelogram. The two congruent triangles are this side, or this figure, and the one congruent triangle is this. On the other hand, this is the first congruent triangle, and this is the second one. And as you can see, they are congruent triangles, same as with the first figure. Did you understand it? Good job, learners! Let us talk about the last two conditions that will prove that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram in terms of angles. The first condition is, if both pairs of opposite angles of a quadrilateral are congruent, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. As discussed earlier, congruent means equal. As shown in the figure, the mark shows that the opposite angles are congruent. Therefore, it is a parallelogram. It is not only the sides of a parallelogram are congruent, but also the angles. The congruent angles are this one, this, and this. They are opposite with each other. And the other one is this, the darker blue, and this one. They are also congruent. The second condition in terms of angles is, if consecutive angles of a quadrilateral are supplementary, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Let us recall supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are two angles with a sum of 180 degrees. Meaning, if the two consecutive angles of a quadrilateral make 180 degrees, the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. The figure shows that the two consecutive angles measures 180 degrees. Therefore, that is a parallelogram. This is the two consecutive angles. This is 35 degrees and this is 145 degrees, a total of 180 degrees. Therefore, they are a supplementary angle. Those are the conditions that will prove that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. I hope you still remember the 6 conditions discussed to prove that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. To further analyze it, let's have illustrative examples. For each of the following statements, state the condition that supports y quadrilateral WXYZ is a parallelogram. For the first one, it says that line segment OX is congruent to line segment OZ and line segment OW is congruent to line segment OY. So as you can see, this is the line segment OX and it says that it is congruent to line segment OZ. And this is line segment OW and it says that it is congruent to line segment OY. So therefore, what condition is that? Correct! That is the conditions wherein it tells diagonals bisect each other. Very good! Let's have number 2. Line segment XY is congruent to line segment WZ and WX is congruent to line segment YZ. Let's put a mark. This is line segment XY and this is line segment WZ. WX is this one and that is congruent to line segment YZ. What condition is that? Very good! Opposite sides are congruent. Nice one, learners! Let's have number 3. Line segment XY is congruent to line segment WZ and XY or line segment XY is parallel to line segment WZ. This is XY and it says that it's congruent to WZ. And also, they are parallel with each other. What is that condition again? Great job! Opposite sides are congruent and parallel. Very good. Let's have number 4. Angle X is congruent to angle Z and angle Y is congruent to angle W. So this is angle X and it says that it is congruent to angle Z, which is its opposite. Same as with angle W is congruent to angle Y, which is its opposite also. Therefore, what condition is that again? Very good. Opposite angles are congruent. Let's have the last one. We have angle WXY plus angle XWZ is equal to 180 degrees. Angle WXY is this part, which is this angle X. And we also have angle XWZ, which is this part. Meaning, these two consecutive angles measures 180 degrees as said. So therefore, what condition is that? Great! Consecutive angles are called supplementary. Very good, grade 9 learners. Do you have the same answer with me? Nice one! To wrap our discussion for today, 6 conditions that will prove that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram has 6 conditions, and those are number 1, both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Number 2, both pairs of opposite sides are congruent. Number 3, diagonals bisect each other. Number 4, diagonals form 2 congruent triangles. Number 5, both pairs of opposite angles are congruent. And the last one is, one angle is supplementary to both consecutive angles. 1 and 2 pertains to sides, 3 and 4 pertains to diagonals, and 5 and 6 pertains to angles. Okay, we're done. You now know how to identify if a given quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Great job! Thank you for watching and listening, my dear learners. That's all for today. I hope you learned a lot. Till next time, keep safe and God bless us all.